stylus, and I've already taken and glued in. I've gone through my scraps, came out some nice pieces I like. I took them over to the drill, put in the blank that I wanted, drilled a hole through it. Then I glued in the tube that came with the kit, and I took it over to my sander, and I sanded the end flush. Now I've taken, and because it came with no instructions, I had to use my calipers there and determine the proper size. Turns out it's the slim line 7mm bushings, and I've chucked them up over here on my chuck now. I've got, that's one of the tubes, and this coffee bean will be the other tube. And I have spacer in here just to give myself some working room. Alright, at this point I've started turning them, and I've taken off the square edges and rounded it down. And as you can see, the acrylic one, the one on the left, is really cool looking, I think. The one on the right, the coffee one, it too is cool, and the room here smells like coffee now, which is not my favorite scent, but it's got a lot of pock marks in it from where the actual bean dipped down inside, so I'm gonna have to spend some time using some glue and filling in those cracks. So that's gonna be a slow process, but this one over here, this one's gonna come together real quick, and I'm gonna be able to take it with me to work tonight. Well, one of the good things about these particular blanks are that even though you super glue them on, if you end up having a problem like I did, where one of the whole little sides of the bean got caught, and I do have sharp tools. I got a grinder that I keep the edge sharp on, but in this scenario, it was just enough. As you can see, it goes all the way down to the brass tube. So what I'll do is I'll just spin this whole piece off. This particular stylus will not be coffee. In fact, this is the last time anybody will ever see these beans as beans, because I'm just going to blow them all off. I'll have the tube. I'll take that tube and I'll mount it in another blank, and I'll continue on. This one over here, however, it's almost down where I want it, and I'll whip out the sanding pads in a minute, and got my little bottle of water ready to go, and we're gonna have this done in a few minutes. Alright, I've decided to hold off on messing with that one anymore. I might be able to find the bean on the floor and glue it back on, and I might be able to salvage that. This piece over here is my acrylic, and I'm all set up with the sanding pads, and I'm ready to have a go at it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to record it or not, so I'll start as a second. And so this is starting with the 1500 sandpaper, and I'll slowly progress using the same technique I'm going to use a towel and I'm going to wipe off the sandpaper and the blank in between each level of sanding. I'm going to take it all the way down to 12,000. So, so at this point, I've used the different levels of sanding, which are equivalent to those, the color coded, gone it down to 12,000. And at this time, I'm going to use some Ultra Shine here, which it says actually to lathe to 600 grit, and to use this, and it would take it down to somewhere on here. I think it says 24,000. Nonetheless, I'm going to take a little of this stuff. I'm going to dab it on my blank, which as you can see now is really starting to come to life. And I'll get that off. I'll take that off of the spindle, and then I'll mount up my buffing wheel, and I'll be back. Alright, to give you an idea what I just did, I put some compound on the aggregate wheel, ran the blank through it while it was spinning, went over here to the buffing wheel, polished it up, and I put it on the end of a paint stick so I don't lose it. There it is. So it's all done now. And to figure out how exactly they want me to put the ends on it. So what I did was I took a piece of scrap I had that had a 7mm hole drilled in it, and I put the nose of the pin over it so that it fit down inside. The back side of my ram has a slight hole in it, and so I've been able to pull down on this, mash that together, and then there's a spacer spare that comes out. So this is a completed stylus, and it's got a little piece of keychain here. I'm not sure if I'll use it or not. I'll probably have to. And I'll hook it together, and we'll have a solo stylus. There is completed stylus, which I'll be using on this iPhone unless somebody buys it first. Thanks for watching.